What's happening, beautiful people? Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday and welcome to another workshop, another live market opening. It's Monday, 17th of August. Very hot day today, probably everywhere in the world. And we have an amazing market opening today, guys. Big welcome. First of all, for compliance purposes, as usually, we have to read the disclaimer. All information presented during this webinar is from public sources and should be treated accordingly. Our content is intended to be used and must be used for informational purposes only. It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investment based on your own personal circumstances. You should take your own financial decision or independently research and verify any information that you see and wish to rely upon, whether for the purpose of making an investment decision or otherwise. We would like to draw your attention to the following important investment warnings. The value of shares and investments and the income derived from them can go up as well as down. Investors may not get back the amount they invested. Then past performance is not a guide to future performance. This being said, big welcome everyone. Again, type your questions, interact with me. Let me know if you're struggling with anything and I'll try to help. Big thank you for all the emails that you sent last week regarding last week's webinar and the previous week, the non-farm payroll webinar. I will try to touch upon it today. Now, first thing first, let's see what are the top 5 things to know in the markets today. China injects stimulus as recovery falters. US-China scrap potentially embarrassing review of trade deal. Stocks are set to open a tad higher. Lukashenko talks tough after securing Russian support, and oil prices drift down from 5-month highs were the headlines just before the American market opening, which was less than 1 hour ago. So, top 5 things to know in the markets. As I said, China injects stimulus as recovery falters. China's stock markets rose after the central bank injected around 100 billion of liquidity into its money market through a 12-month lending facility. The net addition of liquidity is smaller than the headline number, as around 3/4 of the amount will replace loans to commercial banks that are due to be repaid over the next 10 days. Market participants interpret the move as a sign that the People's Bank of China is still prepared to loosen policy further in case the economic rebound falters. Data published last week showed China's economy slowing down in July, with industrial production growth slowing and retail sales still down from year earlier levels. So what happens with China is misfortunate. Apparently, this COVID virus hit bad the Chinese economy, the American economy, all the economies around the world. And now all the big players of the market, all the countries are looking for ways to reboost their economy. Everyone is afraid of the second COVID wave that apparently hit some parts of Europe, some European countries. Yeah, everyone is bracing for a potential catastrophic impact that that might have on the world economy early next year, and that might take a couple of years to recover, if not more. Now, number 2 on the board, US-China scrap potentially embarrassing review of trade deal. Chinese stocks in the US remain under pressure. However, after President Donald Trump, during his press conference on Saturday, that he's looking into fresh measures against them, Alibaba ADRs fell 1.2% in the pre-market trade. Nothing new under the sun, the same daring statements coming from Donald Trump. Over the weekend, it emerged that the US and China have postponed talks on reviewing the implementation of their phase 1 trade deal. Chinese purchases of US products have totaled barely half of what was pledged under January's deal, due not least to the pandemic, which has at least temporarily put Chinese demand for oil, liquefied natural gas, and agricultural products on a lower trajectory. So yeah, there you go. The dollar is still under pressure. Same old Donald Trump still not being able to solve the US-China trade deal. And the dollar started going down today at the American opening. Number 3 on the board, stocks set to open a tad higher. US stocks are set to open marginally higher with few clear drivers, except perhaps relief in the US avoided having to acknowledge the non-observation of the US-China trade deal. That spares the administration from having to follow through on its threats of more economically damaging tariffs ahead of the election in November. Yes, very important to remember, guys. We have US elections in November. Donald Trump is running again for the presidency. I'm not going to go into the subject. Good luck to everyone. Number 4 on the board, Lukashenko talks tough after securing Russian support. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko told protesters that they would have to kill him to get new elections a day after the Eastern European country witnessed its largest ever demonstration demanding his registration. For the ones of you that don't know, in Belarus, guys, people are protesting heavily on the streets for 2-3 weeks now, if not more, as they don't agree with the re-election of the President Alexander Lukashenko. Apparently, he has very good ties with Russia. He gets the Russian support, and it's going to be very, very difficult for the people to try and change something, especially after he was re-elected after a mandate of, if I'm not mistaken, I guess 14 or 16 years in running the country. That put a lot of pressure in on Europe, on lots of European products, okay, and European currencies. Now let's move to number 5 on the board. Oil prices drift down from 5-month highs. Crude oil prices drifted lower after hitting post-pandemic highs over the weekend in response to China's latest stimulus measures. Prices were supported by signs of further decline in U.S. drilling, as Baker Hughes' U.S. rig count fell by another 4 to a fresh multi-year low of 172. Now, that was the news before the American markets open. Now, let's move on to the charts. Okay, and we can see oil pushing very, very nice since the American opening, which was somewhere there. Get the arrow there. Okay, that's where the American markets opened about an hour ago. And we all see the push. We can clearly see the volatility on the charts here, guys, that happened today at the European opening. Now, let's get the pulse of the markets and see where the big assets are sitting today. What are we expecting for the week? And why not how we could try and get some profits from this volatile market that has been very, very volatile in the last 4 or 5 months. Now, looking at crude oil, the cuts seem to work. Last week, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries announced that they will cut production even more, trying to push the oil price higher and hopefully stabilize the oil price. Now, this has to do a lot with supply and demand. So with most countries still pinned down with the COVID restrictions, there's not a lot of demand on the market. So no matter how much they're going to cut production, there will always be an oversupply of oil on the markets. And that's very difficult for oil to get back to its previous highs of 64, 65, and why not $75 per barrel? Yeah, when it started the big decline. Now we can see the charts on a daily chart. Yeah, so for beginner traders, every green or red candlestick represents 1 day. So we're looking back in time since 2019, since September 2019 in the far left of the chart. Yeah, we can see in the center of the chart a huge drop that oil suffered to almost down to zero. And then the correction that is always expected. And now oil is trading at 42, 43, 42, 45. Okay, it closed the gap that it had here at 41, which you can see in the left-hand side. And slowly but surely we can see it pushing even higher, yeah, creating higher highs and pushing towards the 45, why not the $50 mark. Now, short term for oil, you can see the push, what's expected from oil. And I think investing.com agrees with me on this one. Let's have a quick look at their trading signals on commodities. There you go, guys. Strong buy signals on crude oil, WTI, and Brent oil as well. Most commodities, yeah, gold, silver, copper, along with the crude oil, are showing a strong buy on all time frames, all 4 time frames. So very, very good potential entry for a buy position on oil. Actually, I will try and open a buy position as well following the prediction of investing.com. Again, I'm not encouraging anyone to follow my actions. What I'm doing is just for demonstration purposes. Okay, let's lower the time frame. You can see the push, guys. It's unbelievable. Let's hope oil will push a bit higher in the next few minutes. RSI and stochastic are still are pointing to an overbought. Okay, so it might be difficult to go with the buy position on oil now, as stochastic and RSI are showing a bit of an overbought situation here. So we might see oil correcting. Yeah, we might see oil coming down for a bit. Okay, I'm just gonna wait with my my position on oil for now. Okay, because usually, as you know, guys, markets tend to settle 1 hour, 2 hours after the American opening, and they might go the opposite direction. Gold and silver are still showing buy positions. Let's have a look at gold. There you go. Gold is looking to correct. It's running to a correction of 100% from what we see. And if we have a quick look at the dollar index, there you go, guys. You can see the drop that the dollar index suffered. Okay, very big drop for the dollar index. Let's look at it on a 4-hour chart. There you go. The dollar index is trading at its lows. Yeah, the lowest low the dollar index recently hit was the 92.554, as you can see on the chart. Now it's trading at 92.80. Yeah, so it might drop another 30 pips. It might be very good for a sell position. This is usually pushing gold towards its $2,000 mark. It's very, very close. Yeah, now it's trading at 1986. Let's do something. There it is, 1976 on this one. Right, let's go with the buy position on gold. There is my entry. I'm gonna set a take profit for this one. A tad higher. I'm only gonna aim to make about $1,200 off it. There you go. And I'm gonna set a stop loss lower. If I want to lose $700 only. Yeah. Now let me decrease the time frame so you can have a better look at where you set your take profit and your stop loss. So I'm gonna try and limit my loss to $700. Okay, on this demo account, and I'm gonna chase a profit of at least double. Okay, so I'm gonna use a take profit stop loss ratio of 2 to 1. Okay, so I'm aiming for a take profit of roughly $1,700. Let's see how that goes. Now, this being said, let's have a quick look at USDJPY and see how the dollar. Well, you can see the pullback the dollar is doing right now. Yeah, as the US-China deal tends to be scrapped, as there's more and more pressure on the American economy, on Donald Trump, then we will see a lot of shakeoffs like this. This is on a 4-hour chart. There you go, on a 1-hour chart, guys. Yeah, it's massive. The drop is massive. So I guess it makes sense if I went buy on the US dollar to go sell on USDJPY. Okay, I'm gonna go one lot on USDJPY with a take profit at the previous low, yeah, of around 300, just $300, and I will place a stop loss at around $100. There you go, $101. Okay, so if this trade is going to be successful, then we're looking at a profit of about $300 on USDJPY. If it's not going to be successful, then we're looking at a potential loss of $100. Only time will show us. Again, I'm just following the trading signals on investing.com. Now, let's have a look at Aussie dollar versus the US dollar. You can see how the Aussie dollar and the US dollar have a negative correlation, yeah? The Aussie dollar tends to move in the same direction with gold. Okay, and we see the Aussie dollar pushing towards that level, the 0.7240 level. Okay, so I guess it would make sense to wait, not AUD Canadian. Where is it? AUD USD, there it is. Okay, makes sense for a potential buy position on the Aussie dollar with a take profit at the previous peak, which is somewhere there. Yeah, with aiming for a profit of only $217 on this one. Yeah, and with a stop loss of, let's say, around there. Yeah, of about $76. The stop loss is very, very close to the market price. Hopefully the Aussie dollar will keep pushing higher. Okay, so now again, my stop loss take profit ratio is again 3 to 1, 4 to 1. Okay, let's move on and have a look at USD Canadian. Let's see what the USD Canadian is doing. Again, on a 1 hour chart and a 4 hour chart, you can clearly see the downtrend. Big downtrend on the USD Canadian. There you go. Okay, seems to lack the power of recovery. So I'm tempted to sell USD Canadian as well. There it is, USD Canadian. Again, I'm gonna go for a sell position on USD Canadian. With I'm just gonna use a stop loss on this one, to be honest. Stop loss of $100, and I'm gonna let it go for a few hours, for a bit of time. Okay, I will keep my eye on this position. I'm not gonna let it go forever. I'm just gonna let it go for about an hour or so, and if in profit, very likely I will close it manually. Okay, or maybe I will set a take profit shortly. I'm just waiting to see how the markets react. Yeah, I give them a bit of time, and I take it from there. Now, the American indices, guys, what is there to say about the American indices? You can see they do what they do best. They keep pushing higher and higher. This is an hourly chart. We're looking back in time, guys, since the 26th of June. Yeah, and regardless of how bad this COVID crisis is, you can clearly see that stocks and indices tend to create higher highs, especially that we have the earnings season as well. Okay, lots of companies announced their profit for the second quarter. So this is what the S&P 500 is doing. This is what the Dow Jones is doing. Apple, they all open negative today, again, despite what analysts on investing.com were saying. Okay, but again, on the long run, oh, Nvidia apparently opened positive. On the long run, they do what they do best, and that is moving higher and higher and higher. Now, this takes us to the US dollar index, which starts a shy recovery right now. But my interest is the downtrend, yeah, that the dollar is following, not the short-term recovery. So in this situation, my bet, yeah, following the advice on the trading signals on investing.com, is a tiny correction followed by another drop, and this time hopefully the drop will be at least double than the correction. Okay, so for now, I'm not freaking out if my trades don't go into profit as it stands right now. Yeah, I just position myself on the market. The market's are moving. A lot of money is being pumped in the market, so I'm just giving them the time they need. Okay, this one moved faster. Yeah, the USDJPY is in a bit of profit of $40. Currently, it's moving faster. There you go. Yeah, and if I decrease the time frame, you can see it got a bit of the other ones are still stalling a bit. Again, what happens is I'm doing the webinar shortly after the American opening, so I'm missing the entry point. But I think now you understand how it works, and more importantly, having correlated positions, because it's all about what you see down here in the right-hand side, guys. It's all about the total profit or loss that you see in the right-hand side. Yeah, there we go. We can see the movement with the market. So let's move on with the chart analysis, and then we will check the charts in a few minutes. Now, this was the dollar index. Gold is pushing higher, how we said earlier on. Now would be a very good time to use the Fibonacci tool, guys. If you're familiar with the Fibonacci tool that measures the retracement. Okay, so basically you're trying to measure the retracement from there, yeah, to here, to where it is now, and see what the retracement is like. Yeah, we can see the drop, yeah, from there to 100%, and then the correction started. Now it's trading at the 61% mark, okay, on the Fibonacci. Usually when it's breaking that mark, your next target will be there. Yeah. What did I do on gold on the MT4? Wow, there you go, guys. Yeah, now I'm $160 in profit already. Okay, let's have a quick look at gold and see where did I set my take profit. At 1993, yeah, just short of the 2000 mark. Fine, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna leave it where it is. I am happy with that for now. Yeah, so if you trade based on Fibonacci retracement, then you're aiming to set a take profit just below the previous high, yeah, as long as it breaks this level here. Yeah, once you see it going through the 61% mark, then you're aiming for a correction of 100%. If you're a long-term trader or you have a big trading account, then you can go straight for the 100% correction. But many people think it's much wiser if you trade it in steps. Yeah, because who knows, maybe once it reaches your first take profit, it's going to do a bit of a pullback, and maybe you want to ride the pullback again in hope for some good profit. Okay, you can still do that. Even if you have a buy position, a long-term buy open, you can still open additional sell positions just for the short term if you're aiming for the pullback. Okay, and this is the reason why, yeah, I like to trade it in steps. Now let's move on. Yeah, this is the Brent oil. You can see the charts are almost identical. Brent oil is aiming for a correction, for a push up to, let's say, a bit lower initially. 45, 40, 45, 45, somewhere there. Okay, so if you went long on crude oil, then I don't see why you wouldn't go long on Brent oil as well. Silver again is copying gold, and it's looking to push even higher. Tesla opened positive, very good move for Tesla. Tesla is pushing higher. Facebook opened a bit lower today. Alibaba still hasn't decided what's going on. The Chinese giant. Bitcoin, there you go, guys. Bitcoin pushed above the 12,000 mark 1 hour and 20 minutes after the American opening. There seems to be a lot of buying power, a lot of volume on the market for Bitcoin today. Okay, so we are witnessing Bitcoin going back to the 12,000 mark. If you remember, guys, last time I told you that Bitcoin was trading there. Last time I told you that Bitcoin was trading even lower. Yeah, it was trading there. There it is. It happens. And it happens in a few minutes, especially on cryptocurrencies. Now, quick look. Let's see what the positions are doing. There you go, guys. I'm $370 in profit. All my positions right now. By far the most profit is given by gold. Yeah, I went one lot on gold. Okay, the other trades went into profit as well. USDJPY is giving us $64. The Aussie dollar tends to be a bit lazy today. Only $2 profit. It went into profit. USD CAD, what is happening with USD CAD? We see a small correction. It refuses to go into profit. It's a bit stubborn. Okay, and that's why it's so important, guys, to diversify your positions. Yeah, because if you only trade USD CAD, for example, for whatever reason, you might get stuck into that trade. Okay, if you diversify your positions, one, you get a confirmation that your understanding of the markets is right. Yeah, and two, you're aiming to get a bit more profit than you would usually get from other assets as well. Okay, now obviously for me it's a bit difficult being live and talking to you guys, opening and closing live positions all the time and maximizing the profit, but that's not the point of these webinars. I do that on my other trading account when I'm not doing live webinars. The whole point of this is to help you understand that if you don't have a successful trade, it's not the end of the world. That if you diversify your positions a bit, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, and you're aiming to do a bit better. This is the whole point. Now we can see I'm so proud of myself today. All the positions went into profit. I don't care if it's a $10 profit, it's a profit. Okay, and overall, I'm $650 in profit in what, 10 minutes? This could be a month's salary for some people. Yeah, I could very well close all the positions right now, okay, and walk away with over $600 in profit within 10 minutes of trading. So today was a good trading day. Not every day is the same. You see, the balance when we started speaking was 14,000, around 14,000, 14,300, I think. Now the balance on the account is 15,558. Okay, I know that was a couple of weeks ago. I know the increase on the balance is roughly $1,000 or $1,200, but see it this way, guys. This is a month's salary in some countries. If you manage to do this once a week, then you can estimate, an income of anywhere between $2,000 and $4,000 a month. Okay, assuming everything goes smooth, assuming you know what you're doing, assuming you know when to walk away. Now, I'm gonna mention it again. Not every day is a good day. I pulled it off at the non-farm payroll. Now that I remembered, guys, I had lots of emails from you about the non-farm payroll. You wanted me to show the positions and how did I manage to close them with a profit of $522 after a drawdown of almost $1,000 on the trading account. I was supposed to show you we spoke about other things and I forgot. Now, okay, focus on the positions that that were opened on the 7th, and you can see here where the mouse pointer is. Okay, that was on the non-farm payroll. So let me expand this box a bit. All right, so first trade I took on the non-farm payroll was, where is it? This one. On the 7th, yes. Okay, I closed this one with a profit of 97.50. Then again, gold. Gold managed to close with a profit of $365 at the non-farm payroll. Then another one that was very, very interesting Okay, was Euro USD. I went buy on the Euro. So basically, with the non-farm payroll, I followed the signals on investing.com. Okay, even though my gut feeling was different, I just wanted to show you guys how it works. I followed the signal on investing.com, and there was a big fluctuation. So initially, when the results came out and they came out positive, the dollar went up for a bit, but we had 6 announcements in the same time. So that volatility actually threw my trades into a drawdown of almost $1,000, and that turned into a profit of $522. And that's when I managed to close all the trades. Okay, so when you're trading events, when you're trading non-farm payroll, you have to be in front of your computer on a small time frame, either a 1 minute or a 5-minute chart, and just be on top of it. Okay, if you manage to catch the profit from the announcement straight away, then you can scalp. You can scalp again on the correction, or you can just close the trades, and that's it. You just made an X amount of money. If it doesn't go your way immediately, then you can wait for the correction, which usually starts once the markets tend to calm down. Yeah, once they settle for a bit. You have many ways of trading the non-farm payroll. I will show you the scalping next month at the next non-farm payroll announcement, and hopefully within a month or two, you will improve your trading strategies. Okay, so this is what happened with the non-farm payroll. There's the proof. Okay, obviously this is just a demo account, guys. I'm using it to show you how things work. So sometimes you're gonna see big losses on my trading account, as maybe I forget to put a stop loss. Maybe, you know, it's a demo account, so I don't really put a lot of effort into it like it was real. But for demonstration purposes, is perfect, and there's the proof. Yeah, you can get a bit of consistency. Now, if I would have kept all the trades open, like look what is happening with the USD Canadian right now. Let's have a quick look at the euro. I'm tempted to open more positions because there is a lot of movement on the market. Okay, let's have a quick look at gold. Okay, let's go buy on gold again. Hopefully we can get another 100 or 200 bucks off it. Let's have a look at USD CHF. No, USDJPY. There you go. We're gonna go again, sell on USDJPY. Okay, let's see. There you go, guys. Yeah, I opened the trades a few seconds ago. The volatility is there. I'm just waiting for another push, and then hopefully I can close the trades with a bit more profit than I already made. But you never know. It might go against me. I might lose a bit of the profit I've made earlier on. It's fine. Yeah, a lesson to be learned. Yeah, there you go. Gold is performing really well. It's giving us it was giving us $50 a minute ago. So I'm just going to leave these positions for a couple of minutes. Yeah, for a couple of minutes. Once you get a bit of a push, they should go into a bit of profit, and I should be able to close the day with $600, $700, $800 profit. Okay, not bad for half an hour of work. Okay, it might have there you go. Yeah, the trades are in profit. I'm gonna close them. Right, there you go. Yeah, so I managed to make another $100 okay on it. Again, this might be a month's work for some people. This is what's happening with the markets this week, guys. All eyes on the US dollar, all eyes on the situation with China. Okay, the dollar tends to go in a down spiral from where it is right now. Gold tends to want to push back to the 2000 mark, or even higher to the 2050 or the 2100. Okay, this is what is projected for the week. Crude oil again is expected to go a bit higher following the production cuts. Okay, we can see it down here creating higher highs. Okay, we can see a previous high somewhere there around the 43.50 mark. So I'm sure many traders will eye that level as a take profit level. All right, this was it from my side this week, guys. Till next Monday, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money. Andrew the Chart Whisperer, over and out.